The backstage area of CNN's Atlanta studio hums with the controlled chaos of a high-stakes broadcast. Crew members dart through corridors, their headsets crackling with directives. The air smells of fresh paint, coffee, and nervous energy, a potent mix for a live town hall. In a small green room, Judge Judy sits on a leather armchair, reviewing notes scribbled on a legal pad. At 81, she's a formidable presence, her sharp eyes and tailored navy blazer projecting the no-nonsense authority that's made her a cultural icon. Her silver hair is perfectly styled and her posture is ramrod straight, a habit from decades on the bench. Tonight, she's here for CNN's special town hall on criminal justice reform, a topic she's passionate about from her 25 years as a New York family court judge and her television career. Her longtime producer, Amy Feldman, a brisk woman in her 50s, stands nearby, coordinating with a CNN producer, Marcus Tate. Marcus, in his early 40s, holds a clipboard, his tie slightly askew from the pre-show rush. "Judge, we're thrilled to have you," he says, his voice upbeat. The format's straightforward. Anderson Cooper moderates, you and Congresswoman Crockett answer questions from the audience, and Anderson. We'll cover sentencing, rehabilitation, systemic issues. Keep it lively but respectful. Judge Judy looks up, her gaze piercing. Lively, I can do, Marcus. Respectful depends on whether the other side brings something worth respecting. Her voice, with its familiar Brooklyn bite, carries a confidence honed by over 20,000 cases. She's not here to play nice, she's here to defend her vision of justice. Tough, fair, no excuses. Amy nods, her expression cautious. We sent over our talking points. No ambushes, right? The judge is here to discuss policy, not get into a shouting match. Marcus hesitates, his fingers tightening on the clipboard. No ambushes, he says quickly. Anderson's got the rundown. Policy-focused, civil discourse, we want a real conversation. His smile is tight, a flicker of unease crossing his face. Judge Judy catches it, her eyes narrowing. What's with the pause, kid? Something I should know? She's been in too many high-stakes settings to miss the signs of a producer hedging. All good, Marcus says, adjusting his tie. Just a packed show. Gotta check on the audience. Be right back. He hurries off, his footsteps echoing. Amy frowns, turning to Judge Judy. I don't like that. They're hiding something. Judge Judy shrugs, setting her notes down. Amy, I've faced tougher than a CNN town hall. It's Anderson Cooper, not a grand jury. Let's do this. She stands, smoothing her blazer, ready to command the stage. Across the hall, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett sits in another green room, reviewing a stack of policy briefs. At 43, she's a rising star in the Democratic Party, her tailored red blazer and poised demeanor reflecting her legal and political acumen. Her dark hair is pulled back, and her eyes are focused, a civil rights attorney's intensity tempered by a politician's charm. Tonight, she's here to advocate for criminal justice reform, a cause she's fought for as a public defender and Texas legislator before her 2023 election to Congress. Her chief of staff, Malik Johnson, a sharp young man in his 30s, stands by the door, texting rapidly. A CNN assistant producer, Priya Sharma, briefs them. Congresswoman, it's a privilege to have you, Priya says, her voice warm. You'll share the stage with Judge Shindlin. Anderson will keep it on policy, sentencing disparities, prison reform, systemic bias. Any questions? Crockett looks up, her smile professional but warm. Sounds good, Priya. I'm here to talk facts, share my experience, and push for reform. Let's keep it substantive. Her voice, with its Texas cadence, carries a quiet authority, honed by years in courtrooms and legislative battles. Malik glances up from his phone. We sent over our key points. No surprises, right? The Congresswoman's here to discuss policy, not get baited into a fight. Priya nods quickly. No surprises. Anderson's focused on a real debate. You're both heavyweights. We want your perspectives to shine." Her smile falters slightly, a trace of nerves. Crockett notices, her eyes narrowing. "Everything okay, Priya? You seem a little jumpy." Priya laughs too quickly. "Just pre-show jitters. Gotta check the lighting. See you out there." She exits, her heels clicking. Malik frowns. "Something's up. They're not telling us everything." Crockett leans back, her expression calm. "Malik, I've faced worse than a nervous producer. It's Judge Judy. She's tough, but I'm ready. Let's focus on the message." She adjusts her blazer, prepared to make her case to millions. Scene 2. The Town Hall stage, 8:01 p.m. The CNN studio is a blaze of light and sound, its sleek set designed for high-stakes discourse. A semicircle of audience members, voters, activists, students, sits in tiered rows, their faces lit by the glow of overhead lights. The stage features a minimalist setup: 3 chairs, a small table, and a large screen displaying CNN Town Hall, Criminal Justice Reform. The atmosphere is electric, with cameras gliding silently and crew members poised for action. Anderson Cooper, in a crisp gray suit, stands center stage, his calm demeanor anchoring the event. Backstage, Judge Judy adjusts her microphone, her face set in determination. Amy whispers last-minute advice. "Stay on policy. Keep it sharp." Across the stage, Crockett checks her notes, Malik offering a nod of encouragement. Both women know the stakes. Millions are watching, and X is ready to amplify every moment. Cooper addresses the audience, his voice steady. "Good evening, and welcome to CNN's special town hall on criminal justice reform. Tonight, we're joined by 2 extraordinary women, Judge Judy Shindlin, a former New York family court judge and television icon, and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a civil rights attorney and representative from Texas's 30th District. Let's give them a warm welcome." The audience applauds as Judge Judy and Crockett walk out, waving. Judge Judy's stride is commanding, her smile tight but confident. Crockett's is poised, her smile warm but focused. They shake Cooper's hand and settle into their chairs, the tension between them palpable but unspoken. Cooper begins, his tone professional. "Let's dive in. Our first question is about sentencing disparities in drug crimes. Congresswoman Crockett, you've advocated for reform. What's the core issue here?" Crockett leans forward, her voice clear. "The data is undeniable, Anderson. We have a 2-tier justice system. A young black man with a small amount of marijuana often gets years in prison, while wealthy white defendants get probation for more serious crimes. Mandatory minimum sentences disproportionately harm black and brown communities, perpetuating inequality." Judge Judy's eyes narrow, her fingers drumming on the table. Cooper turns to her. "Judge Shindlin, your response?" Judge Judy's voice is sharp. "Justice is blind, Anderson. It doesn't see color. It sees behavior. I've sentenced people of every background. If you commit a crime, you face consequences. That's not inequality. That's responsibility." The audience murmurs, some nodding, others skeptical. Crockett remains calm, her legal training evident. "With respect, Judge Shindlin, the statistics tell a different story. Black defendants receive sentences 19% longer than white defendants for the same crimes. That's documented fact, not opinion." Judge Judy's face reddens, her confidence unshaken. "Statistics can be manipulated, Congresswoman. I saw people make choices, good and bad, for 25 years. Stop making excuses for criminal behavior." Crockett's voice stays steady. "I'm not making excuses. I'm asking why a black teenager with a joint gets 5 years while a white college student with cocaine gets community service. That's bias, not choices." The audience stirs, some clapping for Crockett, others for Judge Judy. Cooper tries to steer the conversation. "Let's keep this on policy." But Judge Judy interrupts, her finger pointing at Crockett. You know what? Your problem is, your generation thinks everything's someone else's fault. You blame the system instead of holding people accountable. That's not justice. That's social work. The dismissive tone of your generation lands like a grenade. Crockett's posture shifts, her eyes narrowing, but her face remains composed. Judge Judy presses on, sensing an advantage. You've been in Congress for, what, 5 minutes? And you think you understand justice better than someone who's lived it for 3 decades? I've seen thousands of cases, kept communities safe, while you were in law school learning theories from professors who never saw a courtroom. The studio falls silent, the audience leaning forward. Cooper looks nervous, his hands clasped tightly. Crockett sits calmly, her hands folded, a small, knowing smile playing on her lips. The pause feels like an eternity, every eye on her. Judge Shendlin, Crockett says, her voice whisper quiet but commanding. I have a question for you. The formality catches Judge Judy off guard, her confidence wavering. In all your years on the bench, did you ever ask why certain communities appeared in your courtroom more than others? Judge Judy blinks, her mouth opening slightly. Because those communities have more crime, she says, her voice less certain. Crockett's smile doesn't waver, and she leans forward, her tone still calm but now carrying authority. That answer, Judge Shendlin, is exactly why we need criminal justice reform. The words hit like a precision strike. Judge Judy's face falters, sensing a trap. Crockett continues, her legal training shaping her argument. You suggest some communities are inherently more criminal, but what if communities with more police presence have more arrests? What if mandatory minimum laws, which why,